introducing Buckeye Bill, 5-star D, Lady Buck. We up, let's go. We bout that business, Boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field. Buckeye Bill bout that business, Boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck. Lady Buck about that business. We bout that business, We trending on retreat. We bout that business, All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, Competition can't compete. We bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats. Hey, we got facts, we got stats. Not to mention trending topics. You the champ? No, that's cap. Drilling, killing all the guys. Please don't try that, boy. You know we hotter, boy. Making all kind of noise. We on fire. What you know about them Ohio boys? We bout that business, Boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field. Buckeye Bill bout that business, Boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck. Lady Buck about that business. We bout that business, We trending on retreat. We bout that business, All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, Competition can't compete. We bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats.
Yeah, family. We back in. This is that nightcap beat down that we got. We were not about that business. But I can tell you this. I love my Buckeyes. What say you? Listen, thank everybody for showing up tonight because we got a lot to talk about, and I want to hear everybody's angle about this particular game. So what we got, lady?
Hey,
Lady
good
Buck,
evening, everybody.
what's going on?
Good evening. I
Buckeye
really don't
Bill.
know where to start. I'm a bit. I don't have much of a voice. We have James who's joining us for the first time. James is like a son to me. I grew up with my son. He is a dog fan, but he supports the Buckeyes. He supports the Buckeyes. So congrats to you, James, for your dogs win. Congrats to you. Let me be a good sport here, which I'm not normally one. I'll go ahead and congrat Indy for the win. You deserve it. You got the win. There's a lot to unpack with this game. I'll start off and then I'll pass it to you, Super Buckeye, in a moment. Some of my thoughts, what went wrong, I saw from the beginning, the stage was just a little too big for Sand. I think he needs some experience, some more experience on his belt. We do have a playoff run. The good thing is we're still in the playoffs. We'll probably be number 2. I do have some questions about the playoffs and being in them and how good we'll do. I think once he gets another year under his belt, another season, next season, I think, next season we will be unstoppable. But the play calling, I was kind of confused of who was calling the plays. I didn't like the play calling. I didn't even like our defensive schemes. We just didn't look the same. I didn't like. There were some calls, some holds. I'm not gonna take anything from Indiana. I'm not. But there were 3 big holds that were not called. And these players took our players to the ground and right in front of the ref, and they were not called. So I smelled a rat in that game there. However, hey, I'm going to take the loss like a G, but that's just how I felt. Super Buckeye fan, what was your analysis?
I was wrong.
What'd you say?
I was wrong. My nephew wants to tell you about it.
Yeah, is he there? Can you send him the link?
No, you got to do that.
You want me to send it to him?
Yes.
Okay. I'll get it over to him.
Send him the link, Lady Buck. Listen. I'm going to tell you one thing and 2 things for sure. Just like you said, you taking it like a G, I'm taking it like a B. We bout that business, and I'm going to tell you why. What happened today was an eye opener for all Buckeye Nation.
I'm telling you,
Understand.
man.
When there is trauma, that's trauma. Whether
I'm
it's in
telling
the family, where extended family, whatever. And what happened was I saw a young man who looked like a deer in headlights
I'm
Yeah.
telling
not
you,
prepared. So that
no,
means either Heartline or Day did not prepare that man for these bright lights.
I'm telling you.
That's my take on that. What say you, Nitty? What's happening, baby?
But that guy, I'm telling you, he knows what's going on. If you would get him in his chat, he would tell you what's happening.
I'm getting ready to send him the link. I'm getting ready to send him the link right now.
Yeah, he's
I'm
smart.
sending it to him.
He's gonna be a
So,
lawyer.
Who?
his nephew is going to come in. He wants to give his analysis. So I'll
Can't
send
wait.
it. But
Can't wait.
let me congratulate Blue Nitty. He's in there, Indiana Nitty. I'm gonna let him beat his chest for a minute because hey, his team won. So Nitty, go ahead and beat your chest real quick.
No, man, it ain't all about it. It's not about beating your chest, or anything like that. I ain't really tripping. I mean, we got the W. Like I said, I got a question I've been asking. I just asked on Facebook because even I didn't know who the heck is Charlie Becker.
I still don't know who he is.
Charlie Becker is their wide receiver who he's been on fire all year. And as an Indiana fan, you should have known that. He's on the other side of Surratt.
Yeah.
And he because Surratt has been able to be the focal point on that offense as far as in the passing game. Becker has been able to eat. He's been able to eat all year long. We knew that we would have thought that our defensive coordinators knew who Becker was, not rotate to him, because we should have rotated to Surratt and put Junior on Becker the whole night. He should have followed him. Mathis should have never been in the equation at all. In my eyes, because I knew he wasn't ready for big time anyway. But the point is, Becker has been on that team all year long. Y'all didn't pay attention to him because y'all was worried. Y'all thought about Mendoza and Surratt. Yes, sir. No. Don't finger me. I'm telling you, y'all never paid attention to him but in if you go in the past games when he played against Oregon and Illinois, Becker was one of the key players in those wins. So you might not have paid attention. I did. So
I did.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk, and that's it. That's all.
No, check this out. I knew about him, but if you was listening to the announcers, they couldn't believe it. But like I said, we wasn't scared of Ohio State, and that was the difference right there. Like I said, we followed our coach. The way our coach is, I mean, like I said, they got big grapefruit, and you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, no, I knew what I was saying. And they were like, but I want to know. I can't remember his name but we were talking the other night. He said that if I would have lost this, I would have had to wear a shirt that he designed or whatever.
Okay. You talking about? Yeah, okay.
So
Haynes. You talking about Haynes?
So let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Hey, yeah, Nitty, they played a good game, but now I'm actually concerned about both teams in the playoffs because even though they played a good game, they really just exploited what we didn't do. This Ohio
Mm-hmm.
State team you saw tonight was not one that you're used to seeing. This Ohio State team did not do things like this, uncharacteristic. Our defensive scheme was off. Everything was off. Our O-line was terrible tonight. Number 77 and 70, they just could not protect. He got sacked 3 times. And then, but some of that was Sane holding that ball too long. Sane never got the jitters out. He never got them out throughout the whole game. I thought with that first touchdown, okay, good, he's got the jitters out. I thought with a couple of those nice passes, oh, he's got the jitters out. He didn't. He never recovered. It was just too big for him. And also, it looked like our head coach, Ryan Day, started calling the plays. So something bothers me because Hartline is set to go to USF. He's our OC right now. Something's going on there. Is your heart not into it? Are you already thinking, about the head coaching job and your duties there? Are you still able to fulfill your duty here? Because we're in the playoffs, but we got some big teams to play, in the playoffs. We'll probably, depending on what happens tomorrow, we may meet Georgia first. The way Georgia played today and the way we played today, I don't know if I want to go up against them first because
that's never
we
going to
may
happen.
be number 2. No, listen. I need a moment.
Ladybug, I need you to understand how the committee is going to run this. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Go for it.
Let me let James in. Hey, James. You ready? Hey, yeah. James is a Dogs fan, y'all. Congrats to James. Like I said, he's like my son. So what did you see? You're on the outside looking in. What did you see, James?
I honestly, I agree saying I don't think he's built for the moment just yet, but I'm not saying he won't. But the O-line's got to stop that pass rush because that whole entire game, he was getting dropbacks every single snap, basically.
Yes. Every single one. And we just did not see that this season. Our O-line they got better and better and better. And tonight it looked as if like it was the beginning of the season, like they were just now gelling. I mean, number 77 and number 70, they really upset me tonight. I mean, those boys couldn't stay on their blocks, their man. They were sliding and slipping and sliding all over the place. I was disappointed in our corner, Matthews. Matthews got beat all night tonight. He got beat. He never gets beat like that. So this Ohio State team, still shout out to Indiana. They won the game, but they won a game against an Ohio State team that did some uncharacteristic things.
That was not prepared. They were not prepared. Period.
No. And so James, with you looking on the outside in, do you think when you're looking at both of these teams, what do you think they're going to do in the playoffs? Because they're still going to be number 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're still definitely going to be 1 and 2. I don't think Georgia did enough to put them ahead of either team. But I think Sands just got to keep practicing, honestly. Get ready for the big moment every time.
What do you think Georgia's going to not Georgia, what do you think Indiana's going to do in this playoffs?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen enough of Indiana, to be honest with you. I've just watched the Buckeyes and Georgia, but Indiana looks dangerous. They definitely look dangerous.
Now, if anybody had a doubt that Indiana was not a good team, and I'm talking to all the conferences, SEC, ACC, everybody didn't have much to say about Indiana. Well, tonight they proved that they belong there. They belong to be in the limelight. They belong in that number 2 spot. They do. Again, they beat the number 1 team. I can't blame it solely on the holds. But those, listen, I'm not going to slide past it either, though, because those holds were big holds. They were difference makers They were. And if they had been called, we might be seeing something else. However, I still can't, that's not an excuse for why our offense or the play calling in the red zone, in particularly, I did not like the run. All we had to do was do 3 runs. We should have kept it on the ground. Instead, we called a pass. And the pass, he threw a pass to somebody that was covered. There was somebody in the corner on the right side that was open. So that just shows inexperience, nerves, a poor play calling. We should have never thrown a pass. We had 3 tries. Bo Jackson got us there. We should have kept running Bo. Period. So the play calling to me was not. It was not up. It was just, and I'm worried about that. I'm worried about that in the playoffs. We don't have any slouches in that top 4 or top 10 or any of that. We don't, and we need to be prepared. So
Say ain't gonna be all right though. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
but it cause and be honest, I'm glad somebody hit Ohio State in the mouth. So now it's gonna be a whole different animal. I feel sorry for whoever they got to play.
Now our losses, yeah, you're right. It does fuel us. It fuels us. Now our next, whoever we play next, you might see us put up 31 points in the first half. You know, it does fuel us. It really does. But this time around, it's different than last year because this time around, our coordinator, our OC, is leaving. So we've got to get this play calling situation together for the playoffs. We need to know who's calling the plays. Are they comfortable calling the plays? Are they comfortable with our quarterback? We got to make him comfortable because when I watched Bama play Georgia today, one of the things I was saying, and James, you watched that game today. One of the things I was saying was when I was looking over at the sideline at the coaching staff, they were panicking. They, to me, took momentum from their team. They showed no confidence in their team. They showed anger. I mean, from the first half to the second half, and I think that's partly why Bama lost. I think that was a big thing for them, and I think we did the same thing. It was not as visible as Bama was, but the play calling, we did not play our game. We played their game. We let them control.
But see, Alabama, it showed that they coach. I mean, he just took the job. You see what I'm saying? He just took the job, and I believe it's probably his first coaching job. So what I seen was,
he coached for Washington.
He coached at Washington, man. And get ready to leave Alabama to go to Penn State because he can't take the pressure. What are we talking about?
And what Nick's saying is that's what he looks like. He looked like that today. He looked like
that's
that.
What I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. He looked like he wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And so if the coach is looking like he ain't ready, what's the team gonna play like? That and them dogs wasn't playing today.
Hey, -3 rushing yards. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, listen.
Wow. I mean, Georgia ate today. I'm not gonna lie.
James, when they did the interview earlier with Kirby and DeBoer literally gave Kirby the stage. Kirby talked and DeBoer nodded. And that's what they did.
No confidence. No confidence. And that's how he called the game.
Yep.
That's how he called the game. But you know, with our Buckeyes, I didn't see any lack of confidence. You know, us going into the game, our press conference, we didn't have any lack of confidence, but something happened in that coaching staff with those play calls. You know, even our defensive scheme was off. And even though they were the ones who kept us in the game, but the runs they did on us, the passes they did on us. We just did not. We have not allowed that from anybody.
Something
And it
happened
wasn't
in
like it was that
in
spectacular.
locker
In the end,
room.
it wasn't
Something
that
happened in the
spectacular.
locker room.
Yeah,
Something
it wasn't that spectacular. Something happened, and we've got to get that together before playoff time.
Hey,
That top 4 and 5, none of them are slouches. None of them.
hey, and then what make it so bad? But see, here's the thing, though, right? When they knocked Mendoza and he was laying on that ground, I wasn't panicking. I wasn't panicking at all because when it's all said and done, when his brother take over, he gonna show out. He's showing out now,
I don't know anything about him, but
man.
what I do
watched some
know,
tape on him. I've watched some tape on his brother, and his brother was there before Mendoza showed up.
His
See,
brother
so
recruited him.
he's been in the program for over 3 years, and his brother showed up. They gave him the job because of his brother, and then Mendoza just came in and lit it up. And I get it, I understand, but he's a 5-year letterman. He still
Oh,
has
so he's gonna be gone.
I think 2 years of eligibility to play for Indiana.
yeah. So I mean, Mendoza did what he was supposed to do with the experience that he has. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to really compare the two quarterbacks because like again, Sayin has he has some more learning to do.
What
Although
year?
he's fabulous, he's
What year is
wonderful.
he?
He's a freshman.
Exactly.
Saying so he has some more learning to do. But even with that, look how far he got us. So Buckeye Nation, y'all know what we do when we get in them playoffs. We look like a totally different team. However, we've got to figure out. We've got coaching changes. That cannot affect our performance, and it did tonight. I believe that was a big part of our offensive performance. It had to be. The play calling was just something, and we questioned it the whole game. Why did we do that? Why did we do this? Why did we do that?
I
I'm not
questioned
going to
it.
be too hard on saying because this is
Oh
a big
no,
stage.
I'm hard on saying, man. I don't
This is
care
a big
what you
stage.
no. We are not backing off.
Don't be too hard on because
No,
we
we
need
ain't
him.
backing up off of him,
We
man.
need him throughout these
They
playoffs.
could have put in St. Clair and not have been happy. Come on,
Well,
man.
Klein hopes. I
Klein
think for
Holtz,
those
St. Clair, anybody.
for the running play, for example.
They could have went and got Aaron Nolan from
Here we quiet. No.
I don't even care.
No, I'm not going to take that away from saying. But what I'm saying is the play calling for that 4th and 1. That play calling for that 4th and 1 never should have gone to Sayin. Not when you got Bo Jackson, Isaiah West. Not when
Bo
you
Jackson
got some. So I can't blame that on Sayin. Sayin, we've tried that a few times during the season. He hasn't done it. We always put Kleinholtz in.
I need an outside.
We put Kleinholtz in for moves like that. But when you got supreme running backs that got you down there, you don't stop using them and then say, hey, I'm gonna do a quarterback sneak with Sayin. So the play calling was off. I want to know who was calling the plays. Was it Ryan Day or was it Hartline? Who was it? And who's going to be calling these plays from here on out? Because we have a tough road ahead. We're not out. Buckeyes, we're not used to losing. I'm a certified poor sport, but I'm taking it like a G tonight because we got a job to do about that business because I'm about that business. So, but yeah, I have a headache and I'm upset. I'm disappointed, very disappointed at how we unraveled on the big stage. It just, I had a bad feeling about this game anyway, but as it went on, I tried not to panic. I tried not, and then at 2:47, the panic set in. It's like, because the way that, with credit to Indiana, the way that they controlled the time, controlled the clock when they had the ball. They knew how to take the time off that clock, and they did it. And they only left us with which I don't know why we didn't take a timeout. They only left us with at first 53 seconds, but went down to 24 seconds. Well, our offense wasn't clicking in a manner that 24 seconds was enough time for us to do anything. You know,
I
we
didn't
went
under,
11
I,
minutes left.
I didn't understand the when he used the timeout. He should have waited on that. To me,
When
he called the last timeout,
yeah,
Ryan Day called the
that
last timeout. I'm like,
was late. That was late. That was, I don't know why I don't know why you waited until then. And I also would have called a timeout before our kicker, went out there. And then we missed a field goal. So uncharacteristic that he never misses a field goal from that close. So nothing went right for us today. And
our
Indiana
kicker was
exploited
missing her too.
like they were supposed to. They exploited what didn't go right, like they were supposed to. So what do you see, Nitty? And I'll ask James too. What do y'all see going forward this playoff run? Because we've got, let's see, our top four. If we just talk about the top four, we'll say, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Indy, Ohio State. I don't know though. I don't know where they'll rank us. They should only drop us to one spot, but it's the committee voting. So Ohio, we got Indy, they'll take that number one. We got Ohio State. Hopefully, we'll take that number two. I'll take anything at this moment. That's how upset I am. Number three, Georgia. And number four, who's number four?
I want to say Texas Tech.
Is that Texas A&M?
Oh no,
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. So those four. So I don't know where they'll put us or who's going to play who. What do y'all think? What are y'all's thoughts? Who do you think is going to play who and in that first round?
I gave up trying to figure the committee out a long time ago.
I think it's if they put Ohio State at 3, I think it's Ole Miss and Miami. But beyond
Miami's not. Miami's still trying to fight for a playoff spot.
Oh, they're not in yet? I thought they were. I thought they were 12.
No. Here's what you got.
Miami. It's Miami, Notre Dame. Miami, Notre Dame. Things might change now since we lost. Not much should change because of us losing, but it's Notre Dame, Miami, Texas, and Vanderbilt. They're all fighting for a spot in the playoffs. They're not automatically in.
Can you wait just for a moment? Because I will say this. Because Ohio State lost, they're still in the top tier. They'll still get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When the committee splits up the playoffs, you're going to have number one, which will be Indiana, and number 3, which will be Ohio State.
Will be 3, you think?
Georgia will be number 2, and Texas Tech will be number 4.
Okay.
So the how the brackets add up. Number 1 will be playing number 3. So Ohio State might show up against Indiana.
Again? You think they'll do that? Yeah, because Bama and Georgia did that one year.
The way it's supposed to.
Okay.
If the brackets fall out the way it's supposed to, Ohio State will play Indiana in the semifinals.
Yeah, just like Bama and Georgia did that
Georgia
year.
will play Texas Tech in the semifinals.
Okay.
If everything falls the way it's supposed to. Going back to Miami has they have a way to get into the playoffs themselves because BYU lost and Duke just beat Virginia.
Okay.
And they might not allow Duke to even be in, whether they won the ACC championship or not. into the playoffs. So that would allow Notre Dame to even get in. So if you get a Notre Dame, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Notre Dame and Miami into the playoffs, it goes okay, and then you got the 5. You got the 5. So and the 5 was who was it? James Madison
Tulane.
or Tulane, either one of those. So they have to pick between them two, and then they'll set the playoffs with, again, you got to look at it at 1 and 3, 2 and 4.
Okay.
And so the 1 and 3 is going to be on one side of the bracket. The 3 and 4 is going to be on the other side of the bracket.
Okay, we'll see that tomorrow.
Behind them is where the gauntlet goes.
Okay.
So and you got to understand, some of those teams are going to have home games in the beginning. So, they win that game or they lose that game, they don't advance, of course. But if you win that game, you advance.
Okay.
We're going to be on a bye.
Yeah.
So, the loss for Ohio State is more of a organizational loss than it is against the players.
Right.
The players did what they were supposed to do. I just think they were out of position. I'm talking about from start to finish, they was out of position.
Defense,
and that might be because of the organization and the dysfunction in the organization at this time.
Yeah,
what I would do if I was they, I would sweep and clean everybody out. If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem.
Right.
Hard line, kick rocks, Matt. If you're not gonna call the particular plays that we discussed in our meetings to plug those holes,
that's been working.
So I mean, it's more of an organizational deal going forward in the playoffs than it is what the amount of talent that we have on the team.
Right. So with that being said, that was kind of, and my bad, Georgia fans, Dog fans, I'm sorry I got it wrong when I said that we'd probably go to number 2. You guys won your conference champion game. Of course we would not. We would be ranked below you. So my bad. And again, hats off to IU and Nitty. You can pound your chest. And Big Reg, who's on vacation right now, I'm going to give him his props. I'll give him his props. I don't want to, but I will.
Have fun,
Congratulations to you. Your team did it. But what I'll say to Buckeye Nation, look, don't hang your head. And I'm talking to myself too. Don't hang your head. We still got some business to take care of.
A lot of business to take care of, baby.
We still got some business to take care of. Ryan Day, don't hang your head. Just fix it. Fix your organizational issues. We got business to take care of. So let's just fix it and go on and do what we did last year, because we can do it. We really can.
Oh, we can run the table.
And I'm not going to be so hard on saying. I'm really not, because, again, he has, remarkable poise to be as young in the game as he is. He's got us this far. Just fix it. Just work on your confidence and play your game, Sam, because you are the truth. You are the truth. And we just, a lot of things happen tonight.
What needs to happen, Lady Buck, what needs to happen is to have a sit down with his receivers. And his receivers need to let him know, bro, we got your back, first of all. Second of all, throw us the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quit playing with that dinking and dunking. Throw us the ball. If you don't throw us the ball, you give the ball to Bo Jackson. you got three options. Throw the ball to me or Tate, or get the ball to Bo Jackson. You won't have to walk, run around looking crazy. You do your job. Do your job, like Bill Belichick always say. Do your job. He didn't do his job. And that's why I think the missed message of Hardline leaving and who's actually running the show now got into his head, into his space, because you got to understand, the young man is still 19 years old.
Yeah, he's growing.
So he's still a baby. And so, we want to think of him as he's 24 or 25 years old in the NFL, but they have feelings. Kids have feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But their feelings get combobulated with their friends talking in their ear, their girlfriend talking in their ear, their parents talking in their ear, the coaches. So I think he had a lot on his plate that he didn't know how to scrape off. And he came into that game not understanding how big the game was. That's what I think.
Or maybe it was maybe it was just the hype. They hyped this game up, and they all have social media. They all have, it was just too much too soon, But hopefully he's learned, because the stage is only going to get bigger, with these playoff games. So it's only going to get bigger. So
hey James, I want to know how does Georgia stack up against Ohio State or Indiana or Texas Tech?
James?
Honestly, I think it's just like Ohio State and Indiana tonight. It's going to be down to the wire.
With whoever they play, or what? I'm talking about so say for instance Georgia lines up against Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia has a great defense, and Indiana has a great defense also. As you know, your quarterback is not all that good.
No, his passing game is kind of declining.
He's mediocre. And I know that he's dating the granddaughter of the old coach, or whatever. That means absolutely nothing.
It doesn't.
Point is, they're giving him an opportunity to run the show. He comes up against an Ohio State or Indiana, and if Ohio State can right the boat, Georgia's going to be in trouble. They're going to be in trouble.
I really think Ohio State and Georgia, I think it would have come down to the run game, to be honest with you. Because the defense I saw tonight, they were locking up Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard on.
That is true. I mean, their secondary was phenomenal today. But I don't think they can hold up against. Well, it depends on if we can throw the ball. But I don't think they can hold up against a Smith and a Tate.
I don't think so.
Well, if we play our game, but if we play anyway like we played tonight, Georgia, the way they played today, they got us.
That ain't gonna happen.
We got some things to fix. And I, in Buckeye Nation, you can be mad at me all you want, but that's my team. And I see some things that we got to fix that we haven't seen all year. And again, it came down to me for play calling. It came down to me. To me, I felt like you didn't have the confidence in the young QB. There wasn't many of those long, nice throws, passes that we see him complete. We didn't do a lot of that.
and they didn't throw the ball to Max Clare.
No, we
His
didn't.
outlet. That was his. That was his
caught 2
blanket.
passes.
That was the safety blanket, and they didn't use
They
him.
didn't do it. They only hit Ennis a couple of times. Ennis should have been, that was our dark horse.
I think he lost his confidence when he threw the ball over the middle to Ennis in 3 coverage, and of course he got picked off.
Right.
I think that's when he lost his confidence as far as throwing the ball. But that's when you're supposed to pick yourself up and be like, listen, I'm not throwing over the middle unless it's Max Clare.
Yeah.
I will throw.
But he did. He did. He picked himself up. He had a nice couple of passes after that, and a touchdown pass after that. It was,
but he didn't sustain
in the middle of the game,
He
before the
didn't
second
sustain
half. I didn't even like those. It was the play calling for me.
The coaches lost. To me, the coaches lost their confidence in him.
Yeah,
he didn't lose his confidence.
That's what I saw.
Oh no, he lost his confidence, and they lost his confidence in him. Yeah, both of them are they're comparable. Both of them coaches, whether it was Hardline or Day, and him. And then what I didn't see on the sideline was the pick-me-ups. I didn't see on the sidelines of the receivers going in over there talking. He just sat there by himself. Kate, even Jeremiah, none of them came over there. Was like, yo, bro, come on, man. We about this business. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Like they usually do.
None of the camaraderie that I've seen over the course of this year.
Yeah, I didn't.
They just let him sit there and bake like a potato, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the body language. I didn't like none of it.
Yeah, none of it. It was the whole game was off. The whole feeling was off. It was like I think it was fourth quarter. We had a nice play, and I thought, okay, here we go. But in my mind, I'm thinking, why did we have to wait to fourth quarter to see this? And then, the air went out of us again. Due to play calling, my opinion. But again, Buckeye Nation, it's always let's go Bucks. We got more business to take care of. This is over. Congrats, Indy. We got to move on. We got to see who we got to play next, and we got to be ready for them. So congrats to the Dogs. Congrats to everybody who won their conference championship games. We're going to take it like a G. And with that being said, I'm going to bed. That's how I'm about this business. Anybody else got anything to say?
I would like to say one thing. I would like to show a little love to Caden Kerr. That boy balled out tonight.
Yes, he did.
Boy, look here.
Yes,
Thank you for that, man. Thank you for that.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was
went
all over the place.
And he said, hey, I'm still about that business.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Y'all
he
missed
played
out.
to
Y'all
the
didn't
very
give me
end.
enough money, and Ohio State did. I left you, and I came to crash. He crashed out.
Yeah, he did. Thank you very much for that, James. Nitty, you got something to say?
Sure, man. Everybody buckle up because it's going to be an interesting series.
It's still going to be fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, and like I said, I feel sorry for their next opponent because now that they're saying that now that he awake, like I said, he's still young. You know what I'm saying? He just learned tonight that he was supposed to be scared.
Right. Yeah, and he looked scared.
That he had that one moment where you could see he was like,
yeah.
But then he snapped back.
He said, "For real, for real."
It was rough.
He said, but he snapped back like like I said, he only a freshman. Oh man, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here and everything. But cool. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Congrats again, James. Thanks for joining, James. Join us anytime. And hey, everybody, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. James, make sure you're following us and liking us and subscribing. Come in anytime.
And share,
Come in
man.
anytime and talk to us.
Share.
Thanks.
Yeah, come in
Hey,
anytime.
listen,
Talk about your
I
dog.
want to say thank you. And this night is epic. And we'll always share this with you guys. Win, lose, or draw. OHIO. And we out like a light, son.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Synesthetic, 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 synesthetic.
I'm trying to win my team a championship. I'm trying to win my team a championship. Let's go. Trying to win my team a championship. We all in the game, trying to get us some ranks, they ballin' to play. Should I do what you can? Hey, Block is the name, B1G is the guy. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, practice make perfect. Hey, practice make perfect. Trying to win my team a championship. Yeah, and we score every chance that we get. Take advantage of handles, it's all in the wrist. Got shooters on the squad. Perfect aiming up Swiss. Got shooters on the squad. Trying to win my team a championship. Everybody is playing their roles. Hey, watch out, pose. I pick it